I'm going to show how you can play 12 major scales with the correct piano fingering in an easy to remember way so that you will know how to play all major scales on the piano by heart. Hi, I'm Maria from onlinepianocoach.com. This video is a piano lesson tutorial for adult beginners. You will learn a quick and easy way to play all 12 major scales with the correct fingering. You will also learn why music scales are important to practice, how a major scale is built, piano scale finger position, and proper technique for playing scales. If you have a question or suggestion about playing and practicing piano scales for beginners, please write it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to get notified when I upload more piano lesson videos for beginner adult piano players. To learn about scales, we need to know about half steps and whole steps on the piano. A half step is simply the distance from one note to the one that is very next to it, either up or down. This is a half step. A whole step is two half steps. Half, half. From C to D is a whole step. To learn a major scale, we need to learn a specific pattern of whole and half steps. And C major is the easiest one to see that happening. We go from C to C, and we can see that we start with a whole step here, and we have another whole step here, and then it's a half step, whole, 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 half. This pattern, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, is the major scale pattern. We can play starting from any key on the piano, and as long as we keep this pattern of distances between the keys, you get yourself a major scale. So let's practice and learn 5 different major scales using the same pattern. We're going to play our major scale in C, but in order to play a scale, we also need some good fingering. When you play most scales, you have a combination of 3 and 4 fingers, or finger groups. The 5th finger, the little finger, is used to stop or turn the scale. Let's take a look. I'll play first 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and then I sneak under with my thumb and I play F here. And I play the other group of 4 fingers, 2, 3, 4. Here I have a choice. I can stop here with 5 and turn and go down again using the same fingers. Or I could use that one and start another pattern and play as many octaves as I want. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again under. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again under. And so on and so forth. But in this exercise, we're going to use only 1 octave. So again, let's play the C major scale in right hand. We're going to finish by playing a triad, 3 notes, finger 1, 3 and 5 on the 1st, 3rd and 5th step on the scale. This is a C major triad. This gives us the next scale we're going to play. On the 5th step here, we have G. That's our next major scale. It's going to use the same keys as you just played, all the white keys, with one exception. The 7th step in the scale is going to be raised. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is here. But since in the pattern we need this to be a whole step, we need to raise this F to an F sharp. And then it becomes a whole step here. And then we get our half step in the end, as we want. So let's take a look at the pattern again. Starting from G, we go whole, whole, half, whole, 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 and half. So our new note is, so to speak, is an F sharp. Now we go back again to G. and we play a triad. Next scale is going to be D major. I can start from here instead. I will use the F sharp that we had before, but here. And the seventh step we're going to raise. 4, 5, 6. Here's the seventh step. I need to raise that one. And that's a D major scale. Finish with the triad. And our next scale is going to be A major. So I'm going to start down here instead. We had F sharp and C sharp in the D major scale. We're going to keep those. So C sharp is here and F sharp is here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is our G here. So we need to raise that one. So A major has 3 black keys. Finish with a triad. And our next scale is E major. We keep the F sharp, the C sharp, the G sharp, and we're going to add one more. On the 7th step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there it is. That's E major. 4 black keys. Now repeat this in the left hand. The left hand can start from the C that is down here. The 3 and the 4 group. And 5 is the stop. Triad. G is the next scale. 7th step we need to raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F sharp. D major. I'll start down here. Keep the F sharp. 7th step, add a sharp. A major. F sharp we had, C sharp we had, keep those, but they will be here of course. 7th step, we raise it. E major. As before, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and now the 7th step needs to be raised. So these were 5 major scales for both right and left hand. Now, as we continue, the fingering needs to change slightly in one of the hands. We will learn 2 different scales, the B major scale and the F major scale. And they need to change a little bit in one hand. Let's start with the B major scale. We had finished before on the E triad, so our next scale in this order is B major. We'll start from B down here. We have now all the 4, not all yet, we have 4 black keys. We have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and we're going to add one more on the 7th step, so we will have all 5 black keys. Here we can use the same fingering as before. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then on the 7th step here, which we raise, we use finger 4 and stop. And B major scale is actually a very easy scale for your right hand, using all the 5 black keys. For the left hand, though, because we don't want to use the finger 1 on a black key, we need to change the fingering a little bit. If we would have started on 5 here, we would have to use finger 1 here. This gives us a little bit of an awkward position. So instead, we start on 4th finger, and we have now our 3 group here, and our 4 group will be here. So, starting on 4, play 3, 2, 1, cross over, 4, 3, and the raised 7th step, and then 1 again. So in this scale, we don't use the 5th finger at all. But still pretty easy because we have all the 5 black keys. The last scale on the white keys that we haven't done yet is F major. F major is belonging to a group of scales that use flats instead of sharps. Let's take a look why. If we start from F and end on F, we need to have the pattern as we have learned, starting on F, whole step, half step. So here we need to lower the 4th note because we had a B here from before, but now we need to lower it so that we have a half step. Let's take a look again. Here's a whole step, here's another whole step. Now on the white key here, it's a whole step, and we don't want that. So when we lower a key, we use a flat sign. This is called B flat. Then go under with your finger 1 again, and then play another whole step, and then another whole step, and finally half step. So as with the left hand in the B major scale, this scale doesn't use 5th finger in your right hand because you need to use the black key here. It would be very awkward to play finger 1 here. So let's take a look again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then it's stop or turn with finger 4. If I continue, I'll just do the same as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and so on. For the left hand, playing the F major scale is much more well known because it uses the same fingering as before. Crossing over with the 3rd finger and back to F. Going back down again, 3-finger group, the 4-finger group, and the stop or turn or not to use if you continue. Let's continue with the 5 major scales that start from a black key. The black keys, as you might know, can have 2 names, depending on how you write them with notes. For example, here, this note can be called either F sharp or G flat. For our reference, we'll call them all flats. So this is G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat. So 2 of these scales are similar to B major like we learned before because they're going to use all 5 black keys. And the fingering then becomes kind of easy because we have 2, 3, 4 here where we have the 3 group of black keys and 2 and 3 here where we have the 2 black keys. And it's the same all over the piano, although we are going to do just 1 octave now. So starting from F sharp or G flat, as we will call it, we will do an octave. And we're going to check the pattern. Whole, whole, half. Here's a half step. Whole, whole, whole. And the final half step here before the end. So that's our G flat major scale. And we can use the fingering as we have learned. 2, 3, 4. White key gets the finger 1. 2 and 3 here. White again. And stop on a 2, which makes it very easy to continue. All the scales that start from a black key will never use the 5th finger. So left hand also very easy. We have the 3 group here and the 2 group here, and with the 1 on the side here. Continuing, I must do 4 here if I continue. If I stop, it doesn't really matter, but for practice it's good probably to stop with a 4 here now. We finish with a triad, and the 5th note is a D flat. I'm going to keep the notes as before. I'm just going to move them down 1 octave so that I can fit them all in one space. This I already have, but I do need my D flats. I put it here, and then I need that F here. Same notes, but we need to do 1 more step. 7th step needs to be raised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's raise it. Here's our D flat major scale in 1 octave. I still have both groups of 3 black and 2 black keys. So you still use the same fingering here. And finger 1 on the white key. And with the left hand, the same thing. Finish with a triad. And our next scale is A flat major. I keep the same notes as before. I just move up everything 1 octave higher. There. There. And then I need another A flat up here. All right. 7th step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Raise it. And here's our A flat major scale. Now it starts to change. Your fingering cannot stay the same for the left hand. But on the other hand, the left hand is very easy to see the patterns. If you look carefully, you have the 3 group here, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you have the 4 group here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then obviously the same as you continue more octaves. So the left hand, even though it changes now from 2 and 3 here, it doesn't do that anymore. This is still the same. It's actually very easy to see. 3 group, 4 group, and so on. The right hand keeps the same groups of 2, 3, 4 here, 2, 3 all the time. It's just that we don't start with 2, obviously, we start with finger 3. And on the white key we play 1 as before, and then we have the 2 group here, and then go under with 1 again, and this is the difference here because we have erased this note. And if we continue, it becomes the 4 group here. Finish with a triad. Our next scale is E flat major. Let's keep the same notes from before. E flat, G, and F, and raise the 7th step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's our E flat major scale. Again, the left hand is very easy to see the fingering. We have the 3 group here, the 4 group here. The right hand, as before, we have the 2 fingers on the black keys here, the 3 fingers on the black key here, and 1 goes under, 5 we don't use at all. So 3 is the first step here. Now you start to see the pattern though. If you look carefully, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. That's this group here. And then we have 1, 2, 3 here. And that's the same, of course, as all the scales. You can do it all over the piano. Finish with a triad. And our last scale is B flat major. We keep the notes from before. Come on. There. And B flat goes up here. 7th step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your B flat major. Again, it's very simple with the left hand. 3 group here, 4 group here, cross over with 3. So you're ready to continue. And the left hand, the right hand has, except from the first note, you have the pattern of 3 here and of 4 here. On my website, onlinepianocoach.com, I have written more about piano scales. You can also get printable PDFs and piano scale charts there. You will find the link right underneath the video in the description. Make sure to subscribe to my monthly newsletter. You will get tips and advice for beginner adult piano players. The link's down there in the description as well. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Just click the button below and you will always know when I have uploaded more tips and tools for beginner piano players. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up and leave a comment if you have a question or a suggestion of what you would like to see and to me to cover in a future piano lesson tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.